We are on in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Tel Talks Talk Show. Tonight is all things Comic-Con Scotland, so it should be a really good stream tonight. Got two very special guests to introduce to you as well. Tonight's theme, as you can see, is Funko Pop T-shirt night. So you guys in the chat did vote for a Funko Pop T-shirt night, so I do appreciate that. It was a lot more easier to whack on a Funko Pop T-shirt compared to wigs and masks in previous weeks. So if I can get a thumbs up from our guests tonight, I will bring them on. But tonight we do have some sad news, of course. But we did earlier see that Michael Gambon did pass away. So we will have a little touching moment on Michael Gambon, and we will talk about Harry Potter for the intro of tonight's show. So can I get a thumbs up from Milky to bring Ryan Milky on? Yeah, we've got Milky. So let's introduce Ryan Milky. Good to see you back on the stream, mate. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Yeah, I'm back. Connection seems to be back to normal again, and yeah, back into the connected world. So it's good. It's good to be here. I'm sorry I missed last week.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Well, I'm glad. I'm always privileged to have you, both you guys, or whoever, all my guests that do come on. I'm always grateful. I think I do take it for granted sometimes having you guys on, but obviously I do appreciate you coming on. It's great fun. And I've just realised why Joe has hid his camera. But we'll come on to that shortly. Before we bring on Joe, a little touch on Michael Gambon. I know you woke up to the news earlier today.
Yeah, sad. I didn't believe it at first. I had to check. I saw the name and it didn't click because I'd literally just woken up, and then I went onto Instagram and saw. And yeah, that's the second Dumbledore now that we've had to feel the loss of, because we lost Harris as well from the original. And yeah, it's sad to think, because if you look back at the Harry Potter films, and like 70% nearly, I'd say, are probably passed away now, and it's just horrible.
Well, you got like the students, but then everyone above the students is not many left. It's scary, isn't it? Anyway, let's bring on Dino Joe. He did have a wig on. I feel like it's probably not the right moment. I don't think Joe knew was going to do the Michael Gambon little tribute, so I'm glad he took the wig off just in time.
Yeah,
hey, good to see you back.
I'm not too bad. How's everyone doing? I'm lovely.
Yeah, we're all good, all good. We'll have a look. Let's have a little look at who's in the chat tonight. So we have got Corey. Good to see you in the chat, Corey. Once again, we've got Harry Pops. Good to see you, Harry. Oh, he's got Walking Dead image tonight. I like it, mate. We've got Headless. Hey, Headless. Good to see you in the stream, mate. We've got Chris. Chris is here. We've got Meg. We've got Jack. And yeah, we've got a few tributes coming in for Michael Gambon. So same for you, Joe. You saw the news earlier. Was you a Harry Potter fan as well?
Yeah, quite a big Harry Potter fan, actually. Yeah, very unexpected. I didn't realise he was 82. I know he's been grey for a long time, but he's never, the way he portrays characters, he's never seemed that old, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I remember him from when I was young, appearing on Top Gear quite a lot, and he was always really fun in Top Gear interviews and just seemed really light-hearted. So yeah, it's sad. It's a shame. And as you two were just touching on, there's a lot of the Harry Potter cast now that have sadly passed away. So it's quite sad, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we also lost Robbie Coltrane. Don't think it was that long ago, was it? But
no, he filmed the reunion, didn't he? Filmed his piece for the reunion, and it wasn't that long after that he passed, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then
I got this from London, so
oh yeah,
in honor of Dumbledore, I'll point my wand up.
Do our little flashlights.
Yeah, if anybody has them, then in honor of Dumbledore. It's just been on the side.
You feel it's weird that it's like a new generation now, because they're going to do a Harry Potter remake, obviously. So it feels like the next generation now, and that we're growing up, and almost like we're missing the next phase. So anyway, let's move on with tonight's stream then, guys. So we're going to be talking Comic-Con Scotland is our main focus, of course. So a lot of the chat tonight will be Comic-Con Scotland, and then we're going to try and fit in the rest. We've got sex education to talk about, Ahsoka, funny games, Comic-Con announcements. I think there was quite a lot of Comic-Con announcements this week, so I don't think I even managed to get them all on tonight's slides. We're going to discuss my next week's theme, and then the stream will be open to you guys as well. So before we go on to the Comic Con Scotland main focus, and how excited are you guys, and how prepared are you? We'll start with you, Joe. Go on.
I don't know how prepared I am. In theory, I am, but I've still got so much to do. The main one, I'm just nervous about packing these pops because obviously I've never done it before. Never traveled for a con by plane, so it's gonna be interesting. Looking for I cannot wait for next weekend.
Yeah, I can see Milky smirking because he doesn't have to take a plane.
Yeah, the boys are going to come see me this time. I don't have to do all
forward to
this
it.
travel down south. It's going to be good. I get to meet Joe for the first time in IRL, so that'll be really cool. And yeah, I'm super hyped. You know, I don't collect Funko, so I'm not bringing Funkos to get signed. I've got my Frodo frame and stuff, but mostly photographs and interactions, and just the con itself. I'm more excited just to be at and film content and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like being is a Monopoly events con, there's a lot more assurances,
It's my
and
first one.
like if it gets cancels, you will get your money back. But it's just no risk of that at all. And I think Monopoly are quite good at responding to emails and DMs and inquiries and all that. Anyway, let's get on with slides then. What we're going to do, we're going to go through all the guests, and then we're going to go through some of the attractions at the con, and then we're going to look at the map. So we'll start with the first wave of guests that come up. So this is how it appears on the website. So if you didn't want to see all the guests, this is exactly how it appears on the website. I've just cropped it into 3. So we'll start with you now, Milky, with these 3 guests, being as you've had the history of Matt Smith.
Yeah, no, the only one I know is Matt Smith. I'm not going to be meeting Matt Smith this year, or not at this con, because I've already met him and had the pleasure of it. So yeah, save a bit of money there. He's probably I think he's the headline guest, right? I would say he's top of the list.
I think I'd guess it'd be I still think they're Vampire Diaries. I think they would be the main ones, only because they've got their own room or their own area for their signings. So
I always assume whoever's at the top of the list when is like the big name that they try to pull people in when they visit the website and stuff, and he sits at the top, doesn't he? So
and price wise, obviously.
Yeah, we don't know. Maybe for Sunday, the map might look a bit different for Sunday because he is Sunday only. So
yeah, exactly.
Maybe he will get a big area. Obviously, at Showmasters, he was definitely one of the main guys, wasn't he?
Yeah, I'm excited to see his jacket again that he always wears because it's the same one.
Yeah, watch if he wears that denim jacket. That would be brilliant. Then we just know. It's just a theory, I think, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he wears a denim jacket. Joe, for you, any of these guests you're planning to meet or?
No, I would love to meet Matt Smith, but there's too many other guests that I definitely prioritize over. And now he's done, how many cons has he done this year, Matt Smith? 2 or 3? So it's not the way Monopoly work with recycling, and even LFCC is one that I can take a risk on to just see another time in the near future, rather than some of the others that seem more. I'm more starstruck to see, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I feel like there's some guests that you just know that you'll see him again, and then there's some guests you just don't know. Like for me, I didn't think I'd ever see Jesse Tiyosha at a con again. The guy plays A-Train in The Boys, but now he's loving it. He's coming over here, so he's doing Northern Ireland. I think he's doing Aberdeen as well next year. So yeah, he must absolutely love it. Next slide, we've got. So we have got a guest that you guys will be interested in. We've got Geneva Padalecki, Samantha Smith, and Elijah Wood. So, Joe, how excited are you to meet Samantha Smith?
Well, obviously, I know who she is, and absolutely buzzing. Of course, I know exactly who she is and what she's been in. But yeah, Elijah Wood, obviously, huge, absolutely huge. Obviously, because of Green Street, nothing else he's been in that's interesting. Obviously, so yeah. Buzzing, absolutely buzzing. Meeting a Hobbit, can't wait. And
your plans for Elijah? Is it just the auto? Just the auto you doing?
Just the auto, yeah. I'd love to get a photo. If him and what's his face, Sean, were going, then getting a dual photo would be really cool. That the photos from Northern Ireland look so sick. The way that they were interacting together with guests.
Because they are a duo, aren't they? Really? the duo isn't Andy and Elijah. They are duos for the day, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Milky, yeah, I can't remember. Are you got any plans for Elijah?
I do. He's my buy on the day. I'm working up this week on some edits for people, and solely just to bulk up my funds so I can get him. But yeah, I plan to meet him. I've got the as you all know, I got the frame
keep forgetting
thing.
that.
I got this on Vinted. Not as good as Joe's blood box, but yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I want to get him to sign this, which would be really, really cool. But yeah, then it'd be expensive because I also want a photograph with him as well because I want to know if I'm taller than him.
That's a great question. There's also an opportunity for selfies as well. So
yeah,
we will find out on the day about selfies. So when they say selfies, it doesn't actually mean you got to pose like that. It can be like I can actually take a photo of you and Elijah. So so I'm very tempted for Elijah as well. But I'll definitely get the autograph. Harry Potter's got a question. He says, "Are you getting Tom Payne to Scotland?" As I missed what you said. Yeah, we're going to come on to Tom Payne, but yeah, for me, it's definitely someone I am planning on meeting. But yeah, we'll come. I think Tom Payne might be coming up shortly. Let's see who next up we've got. Here we go.
What about you? Are you excited for Frodo? For Elijah?
I can't wait. It's weird. I mean, for me, I grew up with Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings, so that they were the two sagas for me growing up. Of course, the Star Wars prequels as well. And then the next wave was Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. So it's going to be quite surreal to see Elijah Wood. I think it's going to be a bit of a shock as well when we see how old they actually are now. Like when you look at Elijah Wood.
He's got a mustache, hasn't he? I was watching a Comic-Con panel the other day and he had a mustache.
I'm guessing he was like young 20s or maybe like in his late teens when he was Frodo. So now seeing him in real life is going to be quite surreal. But yeah, I can't wait. And then so we've got Andy Serkis, Ian Somerhalder, and Paul Wesley. We'll start with you in the Milky this one. What do you think of the guests and any plans?
Yeah, Andy Serkis. Same reasons for Frodo, really. Fantastic guy, and I like him as Caesar in the Monkey films. I think he's brilliant in that. Obviously, he's great as Gollum. The Monkey films. I couldn't think what it was, and I would have been still trying to think of the name and holding up the show. Somehow Palpatine returned. Tell me about it. Well, he's actually going to be coming up to another con that we're probably going to be attending soon.
Oh yeah. Palpatine attended a convention. That's what.
Yeah, and I haven't got a clue who the other two are, but I know people go crazy for that Paul Wesley guy, so I don't get it.
Yeah, I think the benefit is that with Ian and Paul going, hopefully a lot of the fans will be interested in them, and then we get a free pass to the other guests, So, yeah, it should be fun. Oh, we've got Jason in the chat from Not Suitable for Mum.
Good to see you, Jason.
So you will see Jason you'll see Jason on our vlogs at Comic Con Scotland. So yeah, and do keep an eye out on this channel. I'm sure Jason will put out some content as well. So look forward to seeing you next week, Jason, and hopefully grab a beer. And for you, Nijo, obviously we know, but for the chat's sake, you're planning Andy Serkis here?
Yeah, Andy Serkis, just the auto. That's another one that I would love a photo, but because obviously he does mainly voice capture. Yeah, just the auto. But if there's selfie opportunities, I think for basically all the guests that I meet in autograph wise, I'll probably be interested in selfies because for some reason, generally they're so cheap compared to the photo.
They are.
The selfies, even though as you say, they're full. It's not just a little snap in front of you.
Yeah,
it's a full, like your one with you and Grufford at Wells. It's just a full photo. It's very easy just to edit the background out. So,
and they take the guy took like eight photos.
Oh really?
And then you and Grufford was like, "Are you happy with them? Like, we'll take more if you want." So I was like, "Yeah, I'll work it out. I'll have a look later." So I think you can probably take about 30 photos to be honest with you. So and if it's us lot, we can just spam the camera button, take as many as we want. So.
And I'm constantly running with the film on my chest all day anyway, so all photographs will still be video as well. I wanted to ask Joe, we know that you're very keen with making your voice of Gollum. We love it, and we love when you do it.
Yeah.
Now I challenge you to do it with Andy Serkis at the con.
Yes.
Do you think you could do that, or would you bother it?
If we do it in the afternoon, and I've had a bit of Dutch courage, then yeah, absolutely.
Because I'll bring up the conversation at the desk. I'll say, right, you two, we need a Gollum battle off. And
It'll make a very good TikTok. I'll give you that.
I bet he's sick of it, though, isn't he? He must be sick of it.
Shut up.
What's he doing? Ash is in the chat. Good seeing that in the stream, Ash. And then Jason says, I take it this is Joe that's coming with you, Tel. Well, yeah, not coming with me, but I'm meeting Joe up there.
Suitcase ain't that big, mate.
But yeah, all three of us are heading to the con next week. So exciting times. Anyone else got anything to add on these other guests, before we move on?
I know Ian Somerhalder purely because of Lost. He's in Lost season 1. And it wasn't until later in life when my sisters were big fans of the Vampire Diaries that I noticed him in that. So, yeah, that's it really. I can't believe how big that fan base is. I've never really realised until WalesCon that they were so predominant. And then when you look at when we see the plan in a minute, the floor plan,
yeah,
especially the size and the variety of guests, I can't believe the popularity of them. But obviously, it's really cool because clearly there's a massive fan base for it.
On top of that, I can't actually believe the lineup itself. I feel like it's a massive lineup for Edinburgh Con, period. So I think they said this is the best ever con they've done in Scotland. So yeah, I'm very surprised by it. Jay says Elijah and just Andy, as I missed out on him before. Yes, that's what a lot of people are doing. I think all three of us are doing Elijah and Andy. Let's move on then. And if you feel like there's 3 guests that you want me to just skip the slide, I will skip the slide because there is a lot to get through. So, do you want me to skip this one?
Yeah, you can to me.
we could be here a while. This one, we'll stick with this one. Stephen Amell, John Barrowman, and Paul Blackthorne. We'll start with Milky because we spoke backstage about Stephen Amell. So, do you want to talk about Stephen Amell? What your plans are?
Well, yeah, all 3 of these guests are from Arrow. So, they're all,
okay.
Yeah, all 3 of them are in Arrow. There's Arrow with Stephen Amell. There's John Barrowman, who was also he was in a different show. I can't remember his name in the show. And then Paul Blackthorne played the copper, the police officer. So, and also the father of Black Canary, I believe, which, yeah, was pretty cool. Stephen Amell is a great character. I'm not meeting him for Arrow, though. I'm meeting him purely for the show that he's just been on called Heels, which was a wrestling show on Stars. Season 2 literally finished, and I thought it was perfect timing. The finale finished last week, and then next week we get to meet the guy. Well, this week Stars came out and cancelled the show, so I'm not happy at all. But I'm hoping that another platform will pick it up because Netflix has got the Wrestlers show, and that's done pretty well, and that's an IRL telling of a show in America. I think they could pick it up. So yeah, I'm super excited to meet Stephen and. Look how cheap the other 2 are. Can you really turn it down? 30 quid?
It's true, actually. Yeah. Jason says he wants to ask Stephen about his wrestling stuff. So, it's something you'll be asking as well.
Go together, Jason. Yeah.
John Barrowman, from what I've seen, just seems like the nicest guy to meet at cons. Like his interactions look amazing. Really, spends the time and takes his time out to make everyone feel really included and special. So, especially for 40 quid. As you say, you can't knock it at all.
No, you can't.
Yeah, no, it looks really good
and
stuff.
Have you seen the stuff that Comic Con Scotland have been sharing about him? I seen a video of him dressed in his TARDIS thing with some heels on. I even commented fair plays to that guy having to spend a whole day in heels. It's crazy. I've met John before. Nice, Jason.
That could be you next month, mate. The green dress and heels. Yeah.
She's not going to turn up, dude. I'm telling you, she'll get 2 places on the cancelled Con Society.
No.
The 2 time.
My mate asked him for a kiss, but he passed. No, I don't think we could do that.
I wouldn't have asked.
Anything else? So, what are you going for, Steve? Milky? What are you going for?
Stephen Amell is a definite guarantee, photo and auto, because I'm going to get one of those nice little frames if they've got them on the day.
Yeah.
And then, spare cash, whatever I can make up. Maybe Paul Blackthorne over John Barrowman. But
are you going to get an Arrow poster? Or?
No, nothing Arrow.
Oh, are these 3 all in Arrow?
Yeah, they are.
Oh, okay, got you. Here we go. Harry Potter says Ryan Milky's green dress. Yeah, exactly. I should put your face on Olivia. That's the real answer. All right. Next up, then, guys, we've got Colton Haynes, Crystal Reed, and Holland Roden. Now, I don't know. Is this Cobra Kai or is it something else?
Colton Haynes was also in Arrow.
Okay, yeah. The other two, it might be Cobra Kai. I think Jason might know the answer to this one.
I can tell you.
Leroy definitely would as well if Leroy was in the chat. Anyone in the chat know what Crystal Reed and Holland Roden are in? Do let us know. Colton Haynes, was he popular in Arrow? Or?
Not really, but he was in it. He was like a sidekick.
Yeah. Listen, none of us got anything to add then. No.
No.
He looks recognisable. I've definitely seen him in something, but I just can't put my finger on it.
Yeah, for me, he looks more like a reality star. Like, I don't know. It looks like he's been in like American Big Brother. Yeah,
chiseled chin, isn't it? That's all.
Yeah. Jace don't know, so we'll move on with that one. Next up, then we've got something I can relate to.
Yeah.
Lyndon, Ashby, Hunter Duran, and Tom Payne. We'll start with you and Joe. This one, anything for you, mate?
Not for me. Tom Payne's really cool. Unfortunately for me, that's like the back end of when I stopped watching The Walking Dead, when he sort of came into it, really. So I don't really have that sort of connection with it, which is a shame because his price is brilliant. But both all really cool, just not my cup of tea. But yeah, can appreciate it, especially the prices again. I'm surprised that Hunter Duran's photo is that much more than his auto. It's the other way around usually.
That is an odd one. Corey's coming clutch. I would meet Crystal Reed. She's in Team Wolf. That's the show. I knew there was a show. Yeah, I always want to, like, when I go to music festivals, I try and listen to bands that are on the lineup before I go to try and get into new bands. And I kind of want to do this with conventions where I want to watch a new TV show or a new film for the guests I haven't seen. So I do want to try and start Team Wolf if I can. I don't think they've got pops either, so I can't end up buying pops, which is a good thing. Who hasn't gone yet? Is it you, Milky? With you guess?
I don't know who Lyndon or Hunter is. No interest in those. Tom Payne is cool. Jesus in Walking Dead, obviously. He's also in Prodigal Son. If anybody's seen The Prodigal Son,
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I probably get like Harry says in the chat there. Tom Payne is brilliant pricing. You can't miss him for £35 for a Walking Dead character. Like, that's a great entry point for anyone. Just I could find the pop and get my first Walking Dead signed pop with him at £35.
Yeah, that's a great point when you actually say it's a Walking Dead character, and I think he's in it for maybe 3 seasons.
It is a great character as well.
Yeah. And 3 seasons is about 16 episodes a season, so you're looking at like 48 episodes. So it's a big part of the character, really. For me, I'm definitely meeting Tom Payne. As you guys know, I'm a big Walking Dead fan. Good that he's there Saturday and Sunday, so it'll be good to see him on both days. I'll probably try and go to the talk as well. All of the guests will be at a panel, so I'd like to go to one of the panels and hopefully talk a bit of Walking Dead.
This year.
Yeah, the panel was experienced last one, wasn't it, Joe?
Just a bit.
Yeah, because I watched your guys' video and I was like, that's so much better than the one that me and Tel had. Because me and Tel sat down and then they finished the last sentence and we stood up and left again. I was like, oh.
We were in there for probably the best part of an hour.
Wow.
Yeah. It's true, yeah. Because I was looking at my phone and Tottenham kicking off in like half hour. And I was like, this panel's got to end. Because we wanted to leave the pub and go to the pub. But ironically, you say that because me and Milky went to the panel at Showmasters, the London Con, and it was for 3 of the Wednesday guests. And Hunter Duran's actually in Wednesday as well. He's the main villain in the show. So yeah, so there will obviously be a Wednesday panel there as well. I take it there will be. I think my ring light's falling. I think he is the only Wednesday guest. But yeah, I'm excited for Tom Payne. I'll definitely get my ring light is going everywhere. Definitely get the auto. All right, next up we have got Robin Lord Taylor, Cameron Monaghan, and then Lana Parrilla. We'll start with Milky because I know he likes Robin Lord Taylor.
There's 3 fantastic guests on the screen right there.
Yeah.
Joker from Gotham, what's his name? Penguin from Gotham, and Lana Parrilla is from Once Upon a Time, I believe.
Mhm.
And I remember hearing that. But yeah, Robin Lord Taylor is the one that pulled me to it. I love that character in Gotham. I just think he pulls off the Penguin so good. And then we were all super excited to get a Jedi on the cast, you know?
It's mad. It's mad. And the
then,
price.
Yeah, and the price. And he goes hand in hand with Robin Lord Taylor because they share so many amazing scenes in Gotham, and it's Joker and Penguin, and, you know, just fantastic cast.
They're doing dual photos as well, aren't they, those two?
Mm-hmm. I would love a con one day where the guests come in screen attire. Like he comes as the Penguin from the Gotham, and Arrow comes dressed as Arrow. I just think it would be really cool.
Mhm.
I have a hunch that Cameron might. At Celebration, he came out in a poncho to be like his character in Fallen Order.
Okay.
And because obviously Robin with Lord Taylor's there, it would not surprise me if he came out in like just something to do with the Joker, whether that relates to his character specifically or just the Joker in general. But yeah, brilliant. As you say, 3 incredible guests. Such a good casting, Robin Lord Taylor as Penguin. Even just that in his photo, just his face, like it is such perfect casting. He just looks like Penguin, even if you didn't know that he was. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tel, have you seen Gotham?
I've seen glimpses.
That was one of the questions. Is it still running?
No, it's finished, I think.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I don't think he would come out as Joker, because it has finished. So it's not like he has to promote it now. So that his promotion work now could be, Cal Kestis, especially if something happens in Ahsoka. You know what I mean? Then, and the timing would be perfect as well, wouldn't it? It would be Wednesday Ahsoka, Saturday a reveal or something. And we know how Star Wars love to do all these quick reveals before you even get a chance to watch an episode. So.
Yeah.
It would be cool to see him in like the masquerade with all the Star Wars people when they do that big photograph, and then he came out as, with his Jedi robe and all that stuff. That'd be pretty cool.
That's exactly what I was going to say. You'll be amazed, Milky, how casual the guests walk around the con. Like Michael Rooker was just walking around the con.
Okay.
We did see what's his name? Clark Gregg. He was walking around quite casually.
with 17 bodyguards.
With all the buff security guards around him.
Yeah, we had the. Go on, mate. I'll let you go. Go on.
Wells. When we took a wander upstairs where the photo ops were, and that's where all the Back to the Future and all the Doctor Who guests were, and they were all just strolling around taking pictures of each other, and they were quite quiet, their queues, but they were just walking around, just having a good time. You wouldn't realise they were a guest if you didn't know they were. If you know what I mean? It was just really cool to see, and it just makes it more relaxed, I think, for people that are visiting the con, because kind of takes that sort of edge off, especially for people that are a bit anxious and nervous to meet guests for the first time or whatever. It's so chill.
Yeah. Jason says the same thing. We had it with the LOLO cast at Yorkshire Con, and we also had it with I think the Red Wolf cast to walk around at was it MCon? Yeah, I think it was MCon when I went with Lee and.
I'm intrigued if Headless is still in the chat, to ask him what his experience is with American cons. Like, do you see the guests walking around on the floor in America, or are they chaperoned around by security and stuff? It'd be interesting to know if there's a different dynamic.
Yeah, I'll say like Matt Smith. I can't imagine Matt Smith being able to walk around. You know what I mean?
No, like in London, I literally spoke to Greg, didn't I, coming down the stairs, and I was hounding all the guests and talking to them all day. So. I don't know.
That was brilliant. That was brilliant. It was like using Shield or something.
Yeah, it was just his mate. I was like, "You having a good day, Greg?"
That was brilliant. So, regarding the guests, then we'll start with you, Milky. What's your plan? Are you planning to meet Cameron and Robin?
Yeah, guaranteed. Robin. Mm-hmm. If I can get extra cash in, all 3 of them.
Yeah, all 3. Lana as well. Yeah.
Yeah, she's brilliant. I love it. Once Upon a Time.
What I also did see, I think Robin and Cameron is the first panel of the day, so on the Saturday. So, and I think that's at like 10 a.m. So
I've got 9 o'clock tickets anyway. So
yeah, so if you did want to go to the panel, we probably have to go to the first panel of the day. So there probably would be queues early on, but I'm sure we'll have loads of time to get everything done. So as for you, Joe, your plan is just Cameron, I believe.
Yeah, just Cameron. I've booked an auto. I'm really tempted to get a photo. However, I have seen He did Northern Ireland last year, I believe, for Monopoly, and they were doing selfies there. So I'll probably hold off and see what prices are, and that'll be an on the day thing, I think. But
What
yeah,
you can also
definitely
do
Cameron.
with the selfies, you can get a photo with like the guest, but you can have their billboard in the background.
Yeah.
Get what I mean? So that's like a cool way because you get like the billboard as well in the photo. So yeah, there's loads of options you could do.
That wasn't offer at London, was it? Sorry to cut you up. It wasn't on offer at London selfies, was it?
No, because they have that sign behind the guest saying no post photography, didn't it? No post photography. So this is
okay. So that's something new to me. Then maybe I'll just get a lot of photographs then if they're pretty cheap for selfies.
Yeah, and what you can do, like you can up. So if you've already booked the autograph, you can upgrade to the auto and selfie combo.
Yeah.
Which is quite nice. So they're not going to. So say if it's £40 a selfie and £40 an auto, they're not going to make you pay another £40 if the selfie.
Go to the pictures to upgrade your large popcorn for your drinking sweets.
It'll be all about the upgrades next week. Yeah, but I can't wait. As for myself, yeah, I'm getting the Cameron autograph. Got the Cal Kestis pop to get signed, and yeah, me and Joe, we might get an actual proper photo shoot done, or we could just get the selfie. We'll just see on the day regarding prices. And one thing I was going to mention to you guys, I think I've only been to one con with each of you so far, but I was going to ask you who you think the surprise guest would be regarding how good they were with the interactions. For me, like Manchester, Cassidy was obviously the big star, and then Wales is Michael Rooker. I think Michael.
Oh, okay.
Right. And then for this one, my guess would be Cameron as the big surprise for demand and everything. What are your guys' thoughts?
Go on, Milky, after you.
I don't know. I'm going to have to say like that Paul Wesley and those guys because they sold out so fast. Everybody went nuts for them. But standout character, like someone I'm going to remember it's probably going to be John Barrowman. I think he's going to be loud, obnoxious. You're going to hear him across the room. Yeah. Things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Might be worth going to his panel then. That John Barrowman one.
Yeah.
I'm sure that could be a good laugh. Jason says, I met Sean Astin, but he didn't like flash photography. Oh, let us know where you met him. That'd be interesting to find out. Maybe it was Telford. Maybe he did go Telford. Anyway, should we move on then, guys, from this slide?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Next
Joe didn't say. Did you give us your standout?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm hoping Giancarlo Esposito because he seems to get in character when he meets people. I've seen a few times where a few people I know have met him at various cons, and he's in photos. He gets in character. In interactions, he gets in character as either Moff Gideon or Gus Fring. And I've even seen one this week since I've started watching The Boys. He goes into character in The Boys as well, and he just gives a lot of fan service from what I've seen during his interaction. So hopefully him, especially for me, as I'm meeting him for the first time.
I'm excited to see him again. Yeah, we'll come on to that slide now. I did see his face pop up. So yeah, so we've got Giancarlo Esposito, Alec Gutgoff. I keep forgetting he's going, Alec Gutgoff, and Zach Galligan. So funny enough, I've got 2 out of the 3 pops signed. Or I've met 2 out of 3 guests, and then Alec, which I've seen at 3 or 4 cons now. I just haven't found a cheap enough Alexi pop, but but again, the pricing here for all of them, I think, is really good. So
it's ridiculous, isn't it?
Whoever wants to go, I'm happy to let you guys lead. Go on.
Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, Giancarlo is massive. I mean, one of his many roles warrants 80 quid for me. Just Gus Fring alone, just Breaking Bad, let alone being in Better Call Saul. I would assume he'd be 80 or 90 pounds, just because for me, Gus Fring and Moff Gideon are probably like both in like top 50 of villains of all time. I'd say Gus Fring is one of the most menacing villains I've ever witnessed on TV, and one of the main reasons that I rewatched Breaking Bad, as well as Bryan Cranston. But he is an incredible actor, and I can't believe it's 50 quid. It's genuinely crazy to me.
Yeah, if that was London, it'd be 100 easy.
Yeah,
that's probably why he doesn't do it. He just don't want to rip off the fans. Corey says he'd love to meet Zach. Called Zach Galligan, known for Gremlins. Jason's not happy with his spelling. Zach was a bit miserable when we met him. For me, I think it was the first guest I met of the day. and I think I was a bit wary of what you can do with the interaction, or if you had to get the pop and then walk off, or
Yeah.
but towards like once the day went on and everyone had their turn to get things signed, he looked really friendly and people were chatting away. And I think I saw him like playing with Gizmo on the table, and he seemed like a good laugh. I think Gizmo he does bring Gizmo to cons as well. So yeah, maybe I will meet him again. You should have got your Blacklight pop signed.
It's gone.
It's
Long gone.
That would be fun. So Milky, your plans? Any plans for these guys?
Yeah,
Oh,
Esposito's on. Yeah, Esposito for sure. Photograph or selfie. Yeah, I didn't realize that these selfie things were different. When you guys talked about selfies, I just thought you meant the photo opportunity that they offer here. So it's cool to know that there's difference and also cheaper as well. Zach Gallagher, I might offend that guy. I don't know, because I'd probably ask him for a selfie with Gizmo and not him. I'd ask him if he could, because I don't remember him. Gizmo's the standout character for me from the Gremlins, not the guy that owns him, you know?
Yeah. I think he obviously he puts Gizmo in the photo, but yeah, like Zach, I just borrow your teddy, mate. Yeah.
Sorry, mate, out of the way. Do you mind taking this, mate?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you might take this.
Shall I move on then, guys, for this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, yeah. Final one for me. I do want to get the Alexi Pop signed from Alec, but a bit overpriced. You're looking at about 30 quid for the pop.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's definitely not common. Yeah, and Jason, there should be a Billy pop, really, shouldn't there? There should be a pop with like a Billy holding Gizmo, how there is with Mando holding Grogu. Like, I'm quite surprised.
And then a chase where he's turns into a gremlin, maybe that'd be cool.
Yeah, I feel like it could happen. Or they have got the Gremlins VHS cover.
Oh,
like the one of that.
The new ones.
Like the poster pop, sorry, isn't it? Yeah, the poster pop. So the Gremlins poster pop could be quite cool to get signed. You could get multiple autographs, so that could be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who we've got next then. So the stream's going quick tonight, guys. We're 40 minutes in. I don't know how many we've got left. Greece. Anyone interested in Greece?
No.
I mean, it's really cool they're there. Greece is like one of the biggest ever films, isn't it? Like, it's crazy that these guys are there.
I played Michael Tucci's character in school in our year 6 production.
Yeah. Chubby little greasy egg.
Yeah, and I was skinny as anything at the time as well. But yeah, I had one line. Could you get me a friend? That was my only line in the old
Oh my god. Jack says 30 is kind of cheap now for Alexi if you're talking the season 3 pop. It's cheap-ish, but there's so many of the pops out there. That's the thing. Pardon me. It's available for pre-order on Pop Culture as well right now. So it's kind of like you can just hold off really and wait till it comes back in stock. Jason said, did anyone watch the animation of Gremlins?
No.
I've seen the trailers. I think I've seen 2 trailers, but I've just not got around to watching it. Have you seen it, guys?
No.
Again, it's something I would watch. Jason ain't bothered by Greece, so we'll move on then. I think we've got more Greece. We skipping?
Diddy Con's the only one that I would possibly like go and talk to and say, hey.
I imagine
Jamie, I'm not interested. Yeah.
Going back to your question about guest interactions, I reckon she would be amazing. Genuinely, I bet she'd be really keen. Just look at her face there. She just looks so keen to be in a photo, let alone to be with interactions.
Yeah, well, when Milky met Frenchie, that'd be a good one.
Exactly.
A little YouTube short. From Frenchie. Next up, we have got, I think this might be the last page. So we've got Randall Kleiser, who's also in Greece, Neil Fannin, and Robin Shue. Go on, we'll start with you, Milky. I think Robin Shue's in Mortal Kombat, is it?
I haven't got a clue. I don't know who any of these guys are. I just feel bad for Robin Shue because he's been at the bottom of that list since day one. And it's like...
That's true. You never got promoted.
Shoot to the bottom of the list.
Exactly.
Joe, anyone for you?
Neil Fannin's Ruby Dooby Doo, isn't he?
Yeah, so he's the voice of Scooby Doo in the live action.
That's pretty cool.
Oh,
30 to 45 quid. That intrigues me as to
because it
what the
changes on the
difference
day.
is.
It's 30 on pre-order, 45 on the day.
No, it's
okay.
30, it'll be 30 for a poster, 45 for the pop. That's what
You
it'll be.
reckon?
Okay.
Or 30 for a photo. So that's how they. Which is, I suppose it's fair. But I'd rather them just say it's 45 for everything.
Yeah, exactly.
And it looks cheaper that way. It looks a bit of a money grab, doesn't it? When it's like,
Yeah.
I range between this and this, depending what you want to
Yeah.
hand.
Sign a picture, a bit of plastic. Oh, this one's more expensive.
Yeah. Is your graph different? No. But yeah, I feel like Neil Fan is an opportunity. If there was no more cons this year, I probably would have gone for it. But because there's so much more going on, got Liverpool and got London, and there's another major London announcement tomorrow night. So it's kind of like save the money where you can for me. Jack says definitely wasn't many of them compared to some of the others. Soul Mine was what? Soul Mine was season 4 come out for 90. That is incredible. That's incredible. You got a great deal there, mate. Harry says, "Holy crap! No way Liu Kang is going. My mate would be amazed by that." Yeah. See, is it Mortal Kombat? I believe it's Mortal Kombat.
Yes, I think so.
It may have been Harry that we was talking about this with, but I think. Oh no, it was it was one of my friends who I go to Tottenham with. Yeah, I showed him this list, and he said it is Mortal Kombat. I think there's another Mortal Kombat star that we've passed already. Oh no, so yeah, that is it for the guessing, guys. Yeah, Harry agrees it is Mortal Kombat. So we'll start you, Milky. What have you made of the map? I mean, this is our
It
first
looks
time.
small.
Yeah,
It
I
looks good.
I don't know the venue at all, so I don't know what it looks like outside or nothing. So
I know what it looks like outside, but I've never been in it. But for looking at these floor maps, my only thing I can compare it against is going to LFC in London, because that was my first real con, and that was huge, I felt. Especially when looking at the Trader Zone, there was 3 sections in London, and this seems to just be the one. Or you could look at it the other way, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 12. You know?
it's a good point. That is a good point. The Trader Zone, I think Liverpool Con and London Excel, they had 2 rooms of Trader Zones. So unless they aren't showing it here. One of the best stands at the Wales Con, Joe, was that when you go in the door, remember? And they had them pops.
Yeah. Had all the sign pops, didn't they?
Yeah, that was like
and then behind it.
That was one of my favorite bits. Jason says, "Hope it's easy to navigate." Yeah, I'm sure it'll be all right. It doesn't look like there's an upstairs. This looks like just all ground floor, unless I'm.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a bit similar to the NEC, that sort of layout where the building looks massive, but it's all just one story. So I reckon the ceilings will be like really high, a bit like the XL as well. I think it'll be a bit like that.
So let's start with the Highland Hall then. I can't actually see what them little red things are.
They're all the sign-ins. They're the guests. You just can't see their names for
is that what
love
it is?
nor
Is
money. Yeah, so similar to Wales in that sense, where you've got all the Trader Zone on one side of the room, and then you've got the guests around the outside. Yes,
we've got the guests at the top. And then we've got mystery bags, so you get a mystery bag, mystery box. The little restaurants in the corner, coffee lounge in another corner. Got the toilets, and then at the bottom, I can't see what the bottom is either. Oh, I think that's all posters and stuff.
It could be like Artist Alley or something like that as well.
Yeah, and can't see what else we've got. It's hard to see with this picture.
It's a good point that you bring up the drink and food. That was my question. Is there anything in the venue for us to eat or drink, or do we have to go out like we did in London?
No, because they have like burger vans and stuff outside, and then they will also outside. They'll also have like Batmobile, the Stranger Things car, the Ghostbusters car.
Okay.
So there'll be burger vans and all that outside.
I hope they've got covering because it rains in Scotland.
Yeah, they've started to do it just to free up space. I think before they used to put stuff inside. I know Showmasters put vehicles inside, but I just think it's unnecessary space. Obviously, in London it's different because you're in the middle of Kensington for Olympia, but it's just to free up space inside the hall. I like that there's areas, especially like, as you can see in Highland and at the bottom of Lowland, there's a lot of space that you can just move around. It doesn't feel as cramped. Whereas other cons where they just try and cram too much in, and it ends up just being a bit claustrophobic and just seems like queues are longer than they are just because people are more cramped rather than a bit of space.
So I'm going to see. I've just realised I kept looking at Highland Hall and then Lowland Hall completely. Didn't even take notice of the Central Hall.
Yeah.
So Central Hall, there's photo shoots going on there. So you've got A, B, C, and D, and then you've also got the Ian Summerhold and Paul Wesley. So there'll be there's 5 photo booths. So there's going to be a lot going on. And then you've got also the props and sets. Underneath that is Persona Toys, one of the most expensive places to buy Funko Pops. So you can look at them, but I just wouldn't buy them, mate. Go on Vinted. You'll find the Pops on Vinted, I'm sure.
And you get DNA all over them.
Also, if you look at yeah, they don't have blood. If you look just above Ian Summerholder and Paul Wesley, all on photo shoots, it says Monopoly Framing and Photo Collection. So if you do get a photo, you can get it framed as well on the day, which is nice. But yes, that's something I might do. That's what I've done for Manchester. Anything else, guys, to add? It does say
they also said that they had verification at the con and you could buy that on the day. I reached out and actually messaged Con Scotland to ask about it.
Yeah,
if I can find the question I asked them, I'll bring it up. But I asked them about it because I wasn't sure who was authenticating Pops there, because we had a different company in London and it's not the usual names, but apparently it's an in-house company that from Monopoly that do it.
okay.
And yeah, they said that'll be available on the day to purchase. So I wonder how much
they ask you in the queue. So say you're stood there waiting in a queue, and they'll come round and say, "Oh, have you pre-booked?" And they'll ask for your ticket for the auto, and then they'll ask, "Oh, do you want a selfie as well?" If they offer it, and then they'll ask, "Do you want it certified as well?" So they'll do it all at the table, and then for some of them, like for Sean Gunn, for example, they ask, "Oh, what do you want? What are you getting signed, and what do you want on it?" So I wrote down what I wanted. She put it on a post-it note and gave it to me. So then when I got to the table, I passed the post-it note to the handler who passed it to the guest. And then they know exactly what you want then. So there's not any...
Smooth.
Yeah, so it's smoother. Exactly. So, yeah, I thought that process was brilliant compared to... And it obviously cuts down queue time by a long way.
Yeah, I must say, though, I went to the one in London and I didn't feel like I needed to queue at all to get authenticated. It was very fast moving, wasn't it, for the authentication?
You were one of the first people up there, weren't you?
Yeah, I was, yeah.
Was it? Yeah, didn't you go for Leo? And then
Yeah, I went. Yeah, Leo and Nat Tina for Headless as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where I met my small friend with the Sports Direct bag.
Hello, if you're watching.
Yeah.
Also in the Central Hall, it also said picnic benches, so there could be some food in the Central Hall, which will be interesting. They've got picnic benches right where the photo shoots are taking place. Speaking of picnic benches, Jason says, "Hope they don't charge £12 for a freaking burger."
They will.
I don't mind it.
How's burgers in Edinburgh?
They're all right. Food's all right in Edinburgh. Yeah, it's all right. But I would be happy to pay £12 for a burger if it means I don't have to leave the con to come back in again. Like, I don't want to leave the con, pay £8 for something, save £4, and then have to come back in and do all that. I'd rather just pay the extra and stay where I am.
Yeah, exactly. You know what you're getting, don't you, when you go to an event, whether it's a stadium or an event. And I didn't think that Wales was too badly priced. I mean, I've paid more in League Two grounds than I have done at a con, so can't complain.
Yeah, the problem was more the options, wasn't it? Really.
Yeah.
But we can survive. I'm sure even if we don't eat, we can go into Edinburgh after and get food. So yeah, I'm sure it's all right. Right, let's go through to the next bit. I think the next bit is props. So so this is something showmasters don't do. If you want photos of props, you probably got to pay a £5 or a tenner. So we'll start with this page then with the props. The Hobbit house hasn't been confirmed to come yet, so hopefully it does come, especially if some of us will be dressing up as a Hobbit. So yeah, it would be good. It would be good to get a photo outside the Hobbit house. Any of you guys plan to get any photos with these? We've got the TARDIS, Book of Boba Fett throne. Milky, I think you look good on that. That'd be a good one. And Scoop Savoy.
I don't know. No, probably not. We'll see. If they're actually props like that, looks really cool, but they could just be green screen stuff again.
That Boba Fett throne is literally the one that they have. That is literally it.
Yeah, none of this is green screen. This is all actual sets. So it's all proper set builds. Jay says, "Is that get the Hobbit house? I should get the Hobbit house." I think that's what he said. Next up, we have got loads more here. So we've got
I haven't seen these.
Welcome to Hawkins, the never ending story, the swamp of sadness, the rainbow room. We've got Dobby and Creature doing shrooms.
Yeah, off their nuts.
Sprouts, Mandrake Nursery, Eddie playing guitar. I think that's my profile picture somewhere. That one, that's a cool one. Dragon Ball Z, Vegeta's Throne. I never knew that's what it was. I thought that was from the Kingdom in The Walking Dead.
It looks a bit like Takeshi's Castle, doesn't it? As well at the end,
Yeah.
when they're all riding around with a water pistol.
Oh, I never knew it was Dragon Ball Z. The Walking Dead doorway set, which is really cool. I love doing my vlog. I've done my vlog in the Walking Dead doorway, so I'm definitely gonna record some content in these sets. And we've also got Moe's Tavern. Moe's Tavern is also a really cool one. Any of these appeal to you, Joe Milky?
I think I'm gonna get photos in most of them. That's one thing I was almost annoyed at myself for with Wells. Didn't really spend the time getting photos at the props, and they're there, aren't they? So you might as well. I almost get a little bit embarrassed. I mean, to be fair, the ones at Wells weren't great. I'd say Eddie's guitar was pretty cool.
Are these chargeable? Do they charge you to take photos
they're
here now?
No, they're just there. You just go past, take a photo.
Oh, well, then I get a photo in every single one of them if they don't charge you.
Yeah, there's no photographer. You're the photographer. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
so it's all down to you. No one's like monitoring it. You can just go up and take photos. So and then it's a good way to interact and socialize with people as well.
Yeah.
Harry says Showmasters charge for unnecessary things. They'll start to charge you to breathe next.
That's why I asked, because I assumed that's what you're on about. They were charging for this.
Jason, these are free. It's all completely free. It's one of the best things of Monopoly. I'm surprised there weren't none of this at the Yorkshire Con. I thought they would have had some of these sets. But yeah, so yeah, for me, I'll definitely do some more vlogging in the Walking Dead doorway set. That was pretty cool. And even for us to get photos as a free, it'd be nice to get some photos.
Yeah.
So, yeah, look forward to that one. The only thing is sometimes the placement can be a bit awkward. Like the Eddie with guitar, it was placed in like Marco Rooker's queue, wasn't it? Almost.
It was in like a corridor, almost, wasn't it?
And so sometimes
walkway, so you're trying to get a photo, and there's about 8 people trying to walk past. Try and get another one. Someone's trying to walk past. But it looks like at this one, it's in the Lowland Hall, I think, and it's out the way. This time, all of them are out the way rather than behind.
Yeah, we'll go back. Have a look. Yeah.
So it is bottom left.
It's just Lowland Hall, just left the wrestling area. So yeah, it's out the way. Yeah, so you should be fine to get loads of stuff done. So yeah, it should be good. And I think there's one more. No, that is it. So that is it for the props. I think I am missing a few, but we've still got 10 days, so I'm sure they'll do a few more announcements. So yeah, we've got just over half hour left, guys, and we've got a lot to get through. So next up, then we have got sex education to talk about. So anything else to add on Comic Con Scotland? We will be doing a live stream in Scotland together as maybe 4 of us. Maybe Leroy and Jason want to get involved as well. But we will be doing a live stream in Scotland Friday night. So there won't be no live stream Thursday. We're going to do a live stream in person on Friday night for about half hour. So yeah, anything else to add on Comic Con Scotland, guys?
No, it's going to be good. I just know I'm not buying the first round.
All right, we'll come to that. Sex education. Then we'll start with Joe. You got a bit of affiliation to the show. What was your thoughts then? Satisfied or failed to hit the spot?
I don't know, man. I think for major characters, I was dissatisfied, but I was satisfied with other people's arcs. My favorite part of the series is Adam and his dad, and the way that ended. That was my favorite part. I just thought it was a really like wholesome arc and like nice at the end. Really disliked Otis in this series by the end of it. To be honest, Maeve really grinded my gears by the end of it, and she was probably one of my favorite characters in the whole show.
Mm-hmm.
Just it doesn't feel like a final season. It feels like a season 2 or 3 of a 6-season show, and it's waiting for another one to pick up. It doesn't feel. It felt rushed, and it felt like, as I know what you're going to say shortly, it feels like the actors got too big for the show, and they've all gone on to bigger things, so they've had to rush this final season. They probably had 5 or 6 planned, I'd have thought.
I think even Adam, I think he's in Oppenheimer. I might be wrong, but I think he's even got a cameo. I think he's got a cameo in Oppenheimer. He's definitely in something big, like a really big show. Milky, the same for you then. Satisfied or failed to hit the spot?
Satisfied. I really enjoyed it. I loved O. I think
Oh, mate, I hate
she
O.
was fantastic.
No, go on.
I think that was exactly what was needed. It gave him a little bit of rivalry, and I kind of agree with Joe with Maeve. If you take Maeve's scenes out of it, it doesn't really affect anything that happened in the story.
No,
like she really didn't do much. Her mum died, and that was about it. You know, she went to America, she came back because her mum died, and then she went back again. Like, just take Maeve's scenes out of it, and it doesn't really affect the storyline in any way.
Yeah,
I don't know. It was, you know, and I want to marry, and I'm telling you right now, I want to marry the actress that plays Amy because I am in love with her. She's amazing, dude. I don't know if it's just the character that she plays, but it has to be Amy from Sex Education. She is fantastic.
Yeah,
I just think she's brilliant.
I totally agree with Corey's comment there as well. Yeah,
sorry,
that was a great finish into her story as well. To be fair,
yeah, it was. I think they told a lot of personal stories, a lot of close to home. People could be really affected with a lot of stuff. Yeah, they do look like that, Jason.
No one expected that.
Yeah, I was expecting you to bring up Corey's comment. It's a nice, wholesome little comment.
And I like Ruby in it as well. Ruby was good in this season, I think.
Yeah, of course you do.
Of course I do. Of course I do.
Yeah, the show's called Sex Education, so this is like their last orgasm, pretty much. So this is practically what the poster is. Corey says, "I was really happy with Amy's ending, especially with them burning the jeans." That's a good point. Yeah, that was like completed her arc, you could say.
And I like that they kept things real. Like the church didn't accept it and stuff because that would happen in real life because of the LGBT community and all that kind of stuff. And I just think it really worked really well. Fantastic.
Yeah, I do like Eric. I think Eric's my favorite character as a whole throughout the whole series.
Yeah, Eric. Yeah, I feel like Eric and Amy were probably the realest. I feel like they're proper real characters.
For me, Shooty will always be Eric. I can never see him as Doctor Who. He'll always be Eric to me.
It's true. It's going to take a lot of work, isn't it?
Daddy Doctor.
But for me, I felt like this was set up for like a Christmas special or something. It felt like it just didn't feel complete to me. I feel like there's a spin-off coming, just something else is meant to happen, but there's no indication of that at all. Totally agree with you with Adam. I feel Adam's arc with his dad was really cool, and the fact he ended up doing something like he loved and working with animals and become like a horse trainer, and his dad got involved. That was really cool. Eric's story was pretty cool. He's obviously becoming a pastor, and he wants to almost give the religion a bit of a refresh and something, make it a bit more modern. Amy was great. I feel like Amy is one of my favorites this season.
Yeah,
and that was the first. And this season was the first time where I wasn't on the same wavelength with Maeve. Was when she did have a problem with Isaac and Amy. I was very surprised that she had a problem with it. I thought she was giggling because she didn't have a problem with it, but the fact she had a problem with it, I was like, that took me by surprise a bit. Yeah. Jackson, I was quite disappointed with. Not him. I felt like after season 1, his life got miserable, didn't it? Like he became not cool. He had a horrible mum. One of the mums was horrible to him and kept pushing him. And then, he just had no good news going on, did he?
Good point.
But I didn't really like Jackson, but then I just felt sorry for him. I felt like he needed some good news to happen for him. He didn't really get that, did he? And then same for Ruby. Actually, I hope Ruby got a better ending. I know she comes to the conclusion that she deserved better than Otis, which is nice. But that's such a swing from season 1, Ruby. You know what I mean? So
what did you guys think of the new characters, though?
I thought
not for me.
It was a waste of time because it was the final season. You're introducing so many new characters. It just felt a bit.
I feel like it was fan service for the LGBTQ community. There was somebody in there that was
The
of
messaging.
every
Yeah.
the messaging for it. There was somebody in the show that was for every letter of that anagram or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
You know?
Like with
My favourite was the
They didn't
Scouse
have to
guy.
do that.
Mm.
The Scouse guy was my favourite. He just made me laugh every time he spoke.
Yeah, but for me, I don't know anyone that's actually trans or transitioning, so that was like the realest that I've come to actually like, experiencing it, like
Okay.
knowing someone. So it was quite cool to see and seeing like the struggles they've had to deal with and the testosterone stuff they have to take. So it's quite scary and how expensive it is. Like it's
Yeah.
never something I'd Google how expensive it would be to, get these surgeries and operations. So it was a learn. I did definitely learn something this one. Anything else to add, guys? I have waffled on quite. I've took the lead on this one too much. But anything else to add?
No, it was
No, I
good.
think you've summed it up quite well. I think it's a talking point for a lot of people, especially a lot of people that like the show, because as you say, like, well, there's three of us. Milky's pretty satisfied with most of it. I'm sort of half and half. I liked parts and parcels, and Tel, you're a bit like, well, nah, not really for me.
I'm this slave already, mate. That's my problem. So like all these characters now are dead, technically, aren't they? Because like we're not. They're all done. They're all done. So this is like all these characters we're never going to see again. So it's quite hard.
I disagree. I think we will do. We all thought the same with In-Between as that finished, and it was so sad. And then we got the In-Betweener movies, and I think we could see a sex education movie one day.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see something. Anyway, let's move on, guys. We've got 28 minutes left, and we've got loads to get through. Ahsoka, are you confident for the finale? Headless is in the chat still, hopefully. Yeah, are you guys confident? We won't dwell on Ahsoka too much because it's all about you guys' content and your channel. So I will push your channels towards the end. But yeah, are you guys confident then for next week? And did you enjoy episode 7?
I did.
Yep, confident for next week, and I enjoyed episode 7.
Yeah, totally agree. Really enjoyed 7. I've seen a lot of channels. A lot of people say it's like filler, but I think people are forgetting that it's a series. There's 8 episodes. There's a lot of minutes between all 8, and if you actually go back and watch the Star Wars films, there's a lot of sections within the films that is basically filler, and everyone loves them. And I really loved this episode. It didn't technically move the story on a great deal, but there was a lot that happened in that half hour, considering it's a TV show. I really enjoyed it. There was loads of twists and turns. Didn't expect half of what happened with Balin. Didn't expect that twist or that turn for him to give up on Shin. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Just seeing Thrawn in live action and just seeing Thrawn in general, the continuation of him is amazing. Every time I hear Lars Mikkelsen's voice, just gives me shivers. It's incredible.
It is weird, yeah. It is a weird feeling seeing him. What about 3PO then? What was your thoughts on 3PO? Was it necessary, or what do you think?
Fan service that didn't need to be there, in my opinion.
I did like it. I was like, because you hear his voice first, don't you? And then he walks in.
Yeah.
So
I liked it. I was trying to think of my reaction of seeing him as I watched it for the first time after I watched Milky's breakdown and watched Headless's live last night with.
Thanks for dropping in, Jace. We will see you next week, sir. But
See you
appreciate
next
you
week,
dropping
mate.
in this late at night, mate. You do really appreciate it. Corey says he's looking forward to the finale. Episode 7 was fantastic, especially Balin.
Yeah, totally agree. But yeah, I think I just smiled when you hear his voice. It just made me smile, and then it does make sense why, because obviously it's on Coruscant and the New Republic's on Coruscant. So and 3PO since episode 2 has lived on Coruscant, so you can only assume that because Leia's a senator, he is on Coruscant, where I assume Leia lives, but she might not be there all the time. Mm-hmm. R2's not her droid by this point, so that's probably why R2 wasn't there doing a hologram. I think if R2 had gone and done a hologram, which I know a lot of people wanted to happen, I think that would have been more fan service than 3PO, because it would have just been like a carbon copy of the start of A New Hope for me.
Is R2 with Luke?
Yeah, so R2's with Luke.
Yeah, gonna say, yeah. So
I just feel like I said it in like Headless's live last night. I feel like there's no consequence to the actions for any of the characters. Like Hera disobeyed an order and went and helped the crew. Deal with the consequence of disobeying that order. But C-3PO just lied and basically said, "Oh, it was cleared by Senator Organa." No, it wasn't. It was a lie. He just got her off it.
Star Wars is like that, though. When you think of like Anakin throughout the prequels, Obi-Wan covered for him a lot. Other people cover. It's a running theme of Star Wars throughout. So it's one of those like little cheeky things where someone covers for someone and then a look's given like, got off for that one again. It's very Star Wars, I think, but it is a bit jarring, especially. I did like the confrontation though. I don't like that senator just because the actor that plays the Asian senator is just an arse, and he plays it very well.
Is he a Morbius or something?
I don't know. His character is in Star Wars Resistance. I want to say the cartoon. He's the dad of the pilot in that cartoon.
Yeah, he's definitely been in loads of stuff. I've seen him before. Maybe he's in like Wolverine or something. I feel like I've seen him before. Anyway,
I did find out just one last thing. Everybody has these feelings when you watch Rebels, like because Ezra is like Aladdin. They even call him a street rat in the very first episode. I found out today that the person who plays Ezra in live action, it also played Aladdin in the Aladdin live action movie.
I thought he did. Yeah, I thought he did.
I read it was the same guy. It's not the same guy.
No, it's not. They originally were going to cast him.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Scrap that then. But I just thought it was quite funny how they call him Street Rat in the first episode of Rebels, and then
very similar characters, to be fair.
Final things to add for me. I did love how we had 3PO, we had Leia reference, we had Dooku, Grievous, and
Sarge Ventress.
All referenced in the same episode. So it kind of put the prequels and the original trilogy all together. So that's really nice. But I'm going to stop the Ahsoka chat there because the main guys you need to head to is Milky and Joe for their Ahsoka content. And there will be an Ahsoka live stream on Joe's channel next week. So, I'm going to stop my talk on Ahsoka tonight as we're going to move on to finding games. So we've got 22 minutes left. I feel like we've paced ourselves quite well now. So hopefully you guys are still awake in the chat. Hopefully Jack's still here. So we have got the movie poster game again. So I've blurred out the posters. I've upped it by another 10%. So they're a bit more blurred. So we'll see how we go. What we'll do. I have done the reveals as well this time. So we'll have the blurred posters and then we have the reveals of the answers. So if you can... What's Harry saying? Harry's saying... No. Corey's still alive. Corey's alive. So what we're going to do, Joe and Milky, the chat's about 10 to 12 seconds behind. So if you have a look at the posters first, but talk at the same time, don't just stay in silence. Don't give out your answers until I tell you to, essentially. Anyway, let's get the first round underway then. Netflix shows. So have a little look.
Oh my lord.
A lot more blurred now. So we'll start with Milky then. Talk us through what you can see.
I can see a dragon in the first one, breathing fire. Has to be. The second one, I haven't got a clue. Instant. As soon as I see it, I think of Harley Quinn for some reason. I don't know why. And the third one looks like a black telephone, maybe?
Looks like a face, I think.
Yeah, no.
Jack, you're not wrong, mate. Oh, yeah, Milky, click on private chat so we can't see what the chat is saying.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Did that last week, just...
Yeah, no, good. Well,
Harry and Corey.
This is going to be hard. I haven't got a bloody clue.
There you go. Joe, you want to talk me through it?
Yeah.
Where's Meg as well? I was hoping Meg was in the chat for this one.
She's in the chat. I can hear her watching it downstairs.
Oh.
Yeah, I agree with Milky. The first one, it does look like a dragon breathing fire. The second one, I've got a hunch of what it is.
Yeah.
Oh no, actually no. The one that I thought's the second one is the first one because I can see pink down the bottom for for the logo. So I think I know what the first one is, but I don't know what the correlation with the stuff at the top is. I have no idea the third one, but it does look like a face with someone wearing goggles. Is that along the right track?
No.
No, not a Scooby then.
All right. Go. If you two want to work together, then give us your answers. What if you discuss what you're thinking, and then
I don't know what you're thinking, Milky.
Work together.
I think the first one is Squid Game because of the pink in the logo.
Okay.
Happy with that, Milky? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah, I wouldn't have even got anything. So yeah.
Go on. Next one.
I think I know the second one. I'm pretty sure that's Otis's jacket on the right. So I would assume that's sex education.
Yeah.
As a
Happy with that,
guess.
Milky?
Wow. Yeah, I'm happy with those.
Just the red and the beige. And I assume that's is that Ruby on the left, maybe. Third
now
one.
I'm seeing characters. Yeah, now I'm actually seeing people.
Third one, not a doobie skew.
Right. So you're going for Squid Game, sex ed, and no guess for the third one.
I think it's a telephone, so I don't know, but no, phone booth.
All right then. So you guys stay on private chat. I'll just go through the comments. So Harry says Squid Game. Squid Game, sex ed, and I don't know.
Go on.
Meg says How to Train Your Dragon. This is Netflix shows only, Meg. This one.
They've got a Netflix show.
Have they?
Yeah.
I thought it was like a Disney thing. My bad. Meg's right. Next up, a second one looks like Injustice. Last one, The Witcher.
Oh.
Probably The Witcher.
Never
So
seen it.
I'll do the reveals then. Pretty good guesses all round, guys. All right, 3, 2, 1. There you go.
Fair play.
So Squid
I
Game.
thought it was Ruby.
It looked like a bloody dragon with breathing fire.
I did laugh when you said that. You dirty pig.
God, it does look like a dragon when it's blurred.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think that this was blurred at 70%. So, yeah, so we've got Squid Game, Six Ed, and The Witcher. So, Joe and Milky did get the first two right. And I think it was Harry, come in with The Witcher.
Well in,
So,
Harry. Good at this, mate.
Guys. Right, next up then. Let's have a look. I think we've got another round of Netflix shows. Oh, I've ruined it.
Right, it is.
I still don't. I don't think I've seen any of those.
That's annoying. I know all of them. I've watched them.
I've blurred it the wrong way round. There you go.
Okay, so you want us to stay for a little bit? Don't say what they are.
Oh, can you? I don't know if you can rewind my lives or not. I don't know. Oh. I'm gonna have to test these now. Right, what
We
is it?
can't we can't rewind the live, but the viewers can.
Oh, there we go.
Right. The last one looks like
I'm
Umbrella
scared now. If I've
Academy.
done it again, I'm just gonna remove it just in case I've done it with the next one. I have as well. Oh wow! Right, next round. Marvel films.
Marvel films. I think I know the first one. Not sure of the second one. Or the third, actually. What about you, Milky? You got any clue?
Right, I've done it the wrong way round.
No, dude. No, I've
First one's a vampire.
First one. Yeah, first one. Matt Smith, terrible movie. Second one.
Oh no, the second one.
Looks like a rabbit.
No, that's an X. That's a big X.
I love your interpretations of the blurred.
Does it not look like a rabbit?
It does, yeah.
Yeah, that's an X though, and that's Storm on the left of it, and Hugh Jackman in the middle.
Yeah, Marvel.
Third.
And this third one is Eternals, maybe.
It's weird. The photos are deceiving.
It looks a bit Captain Marvel-y, but we had that last week, so I don't think it is.
Corey says that he's got no clue on Marvel.
We popped some guesses.
Harry Pops has got it right, but I won't show you what Harry Pops is.
Have they?
Yeah.
Harry's good at this. That's both weeks. He's been really good. What's the third one?
Harry Pop says the middle one looks like Matt Smith lunging towards you. God, it does. Yeah, it looks like Doctor Who, like still, don't it?
trying to
Like,
think
he's
of
looking up.
Marvel with fire.
It looks like
Ghost
Matt
Rider's
Smith
got
looking up in the
fire.
TARDIS. Yeah. Right, I'll give you about 30 seconds, guys.
Can I have a guess?
Yeah, go on, have yes.
Morbius, whatever.
Yeah.
X-Men.
Ghost
Right,
Rider.
it's X-Men. I want to know what X-Men.
It's either 1,
Last
2, or
Stand.
3.
Oh, that breaks it down a bit. That breaks it.
Yeah, there's millions of them. I think it's Last
I would
Stand.
have said
Yeah, I'm
Last
pretty sure
Stand.
it's
I remember the silver.
yeah,
got-
3.
We've got MM Productions, aka Ozzy. So Oz is here. Oz absolutely killed it last week.
Yeah.
So it's game over now. Harry's got competition. Yeah, so the chat can compete against each other now. Harry Pops has got this one right. So what you going for? You go for Morbius and X-Men
X-Men
film.
Last Stand and Ghost Rider, because it's the only thing I can think of that's Marvel with fire.
Yeah, it is. That's the logo, Ghost Rider. Yeah,
There
fair
we
play.
go.
X2.
So I've had to go-
no,
Oh, X2.
X-Men 2. So I had to go backwards that time on the slides. All right, we'll go again then. We've got another round. I just need to make sure it's okay. All right, this one might be a bit easy. So I think we're coming in for. I think Oz is coming at the wrong time here.
Who got it right in chat?
Here we go. Harry Potter films. But what ones?
I think I know all them. What are you thinking, Milky?
Prisoner of Azkaban, Order of Phoenix, and Half-Blood Prince.
Azkaban's the third one.
Yeah. So Azkaban the third one. I think Half-Blood Prince is the second one, is it? I think there's so many theatrical photos though. It's hard to figure out which one was it.
This is the ones that are on Netflix, isn't it? It's the photos that are on Netflix.
Oh, Netflix.
I'm not actually sure if that's true, but I've just typed them on Google and these are the ones I picked.
I think the second one's Chamber of Secrets. Sorry, I think the first one's Chamber of Secrets. Maybe.
No, I think
He looks too old. It looks like 4, 5, and 6. Order of Phoenix. How does it go? Order of Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, Deathly Hallows.
the middle one's Order of the Phoenix. Or the first. It's annoying because I could tell you Goblet of Fire and Prisoner of Azkaban straight away.
All right, need an answer, guys. What are we going for?
I don't know. I think it's Order of Phoenix first. And Prisoner of Azkaban last. I don't know the middle one.
Yeah, I think it's Order of the Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, and Prisoner of Azkaban. I think.
So that's what you've gone for. The chat have got Harry Potter, the Order of Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, Prisoner of Azkaban.
Oh, well done.
No, but you're both wrong. So
Is
do
it
you
other
wanna
way
go again?
around?
You go-
Oh no, that second one is Deathly Hallows Part 1.
There we go. And Jack's come in. So, there we go. So it's Order of Phoenix, Deathly Hallows Part 1, and Prisoner of Azkaban. So,
I never realised they wore the same T-shirt in all those movies.
yeah, so I did try to trick you guys. So I think 1 and 3 are DVD covers, and then I think the middle one might be like a cinema poster. So I did try
Side question.
Yeah.
What are you two's favourite Harry Potter film?
Mine's Goblet of Fire.
I've already done this on the breakdown with Headless. What did I give it? I think it's Half-Blood Prince. When we find out about Snape.
You're both wrong. It's Walking Dead.
Yeah, I think it's Half-Blood Prince when we find out the true intentions of Snape.
Right. Oh, that was actually the last round of that. So I did ruin it around, but we've timed it nicely. We have timed it nicely. Well, next up, we have got Comic-Con announcements, guys. So thanks to Harry and Corey that do put in
the chat.
the announcements. So
What's your favourite movie, Joe?
yeah, what's yours?
Mine's Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah,
The only one
You
without
look-
Voldemort in it. But I just love that story. I love Lupin in it. It's brilliant.
Harry's glad the games are over. But so next up we've got Comic Con announcements. Yeah, shout out to Corey and Harry who do help me with the slides, getting these on screen. I've only managed to get about 5 up tonight. I was just very short of time getting this already. So the first, this is the only page we've got. So we've got Persia White and Joseph Morgan that were actually announced tonight. Now I'm not sure who Persia White is, to be honest with you. If you guys can help me out. Walter Jones, who looks like the Black Power Ranger. Andrei Ivchenko. We've got Warwick Davis. So not sure on the first two. Walter Jones, obviously, Power Rangers. Andrei Ivchenko from Stranger Things. And Warwick Davis from every franchise out there, to be honest with you. So what are your thoughts, guys, on any of the new announcements?
Liverpool looks stacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Warwick Davis is a fantastic guy. Would love to meet him one day, but I'm not going to Liverpool to meet him this year. Don't know anyone else on there.
Joseph Morgan's massive. So he's the main villain in the Vampire Diaries, and then they did a spin-off called and then they did an original called a spin-off called The Original. Sorry, because I think he's the first vampire. I might be wrong. But he's a really good villain. I've not really watched the Vampire Diaries. I've watched little bits and pieces because my sisters are obsessed with it.
I was a True Blood fan more than anything else.
And he is a really, really good villain. So that's a really good pull. And then obviously, like they've had the two, and he's an English actor. So I'm surprised they've not had him at more, considering they've got the two big American guests over for the last few cons. So it's a good addition. I would not be surprised if out of nowhere they announced him for next week just to do like a 3-piece with them two, because it would go mental.
People's bank accounts.
Yeah.
So obviously you guys aren't going to the con. I've just realised that is a Northern Ireland Comic Con announcement for September next year.
Yeah, that's what Jesse T. Ushers is as well. It's for next year, 11 months in advance, and they've announced like 5 or 6 now, I think.
That's
nice.
They're going to start announcing for the Love of Fantasy in London, which is December next year. So they'll start doing that one soon. So none of these. Well, I know you guys are a Warwick Davis fan, but none of these appealing to you right now.
No, unfortunately not. It's a shame because all of these cons that have got such good guests are so close together, except from obviously Northern Ireland next year. But Edinburgh for Love Sci-Fi is a little bit, but Edinburgh and Liverpool are so close. It's just a shame, really, because as you say, Liverpool is stacked.
It is
absolutely stacked.
The thing, this is just like Monopoly events, because we've also got Showmasters with the London Film Comic Con. We've got
that's 30 days away.
They've got MCM next month, London. You got the Telford Con. So there's so many cons, and this is just a Monopoly one. So it's almost it is impossible to do them all. You just can't do it. So that is the only announcements I've put on the page tonight, guys, just through lack of time. So I do apologise. But the stream's actually absolutely flown by tonight. I can't believe how quickly we've gone through it all. Next week's theme then. So I do need your guys' help in the chat to let us know what you want for next week. Before you do, if you could give today's video a big thumbs up for us. I don't really ask for likes on the channel, but if you could like the video and the live stream, that would be really helpful.
And also bear in mind for next week's theme, we will be live in person.
Didn't even think of that. I did not even think of that.
So have that in mind when you're thinking of the theme. We will be in person live Friday, not Thursday.
We've got to pack lightly.
Can we start with Milky then? If you could stand up a little bit and show off your pop t-shirt and why you chose this one tonight, mate.
Well, it's obvious why I chose it. Everyone knows I love Game of Thrones, but it's my Jon Snow as a Funko Pop. Pretty cool. Well, it was one of my first ever Funko Pop t-shirts. I love it, obviously for the reasons of Game of Thrones. But yeah, it's a great one. And when you literally said to me backstage, you've never seen that before, I thought you were pulling my leg because I've worn it on more live streams than any other t-shirt.
Where'd you get it from?
It came in a Pop and Tea set, I believe.
Is it really? I
I
think
believe
that's
so.
mad. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen like a Pop tea set of it. Have you still got the pop?
Yeah, somewhere in the
Yeah,
collection.
don't worry, look for it. And then for Joe, your choice. You've gone Star Wars.
I've got the Smuggler's Bounty,
That's a nice one.
Anakin, Pod Racer. Yeah, quite nice. Came with Sebulba, and I can't remember who else. Off the top of my head, another
Or a thing.
Aura Singh. That's the one. Another bounty hunter. Yeah, it was a great little box. I bought that when it was released. Got quite lucky on Amazon. Paid 20 quid. Yeah, tea, 2 pops, a pin. Yeah,
Sticker.
really, really little deal at the time. But the tea is the only thing I've kept from the set. But yeah, nice little Anakin tea.
Yeah,
The
it's
only-
nice. It's a nice colour
yeah.
for a pop tea, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like, normally you get black or grey or I can't remember what else I got. Yeah, but it's nice to have a sky blue colour. That's pretty cool.
Mm.
As for myself, then, as you can kind of see on the stream, I've gone for the Spider-Man No Way Home one. I don't think I've
Is
stand
that a
up.
sweater?
No, I had to put a jumper on, but it kind of works on stream. So yeah, I've got the 3 Spideys: Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, and Tobey Maguire. So this is part of the No Way Home collector corpse. But yeah, I like this one.
it doesn't even look like a pop tea. It just looks like a
It
Spider-Man
doesn't even look like a
tea. It's
t-shirt.
really
I
cool.
thought he was wearing a sweater. I didn't know he had a t-shirt over a sweater.
You can't, you can tell this side. Yeah.
Aura Singh, yeah. Cheers, Jack.
Let's put us back to normal. Well, yeah. But yeah, no, I do like
So
this one.
I've seen in the chat bold caps. Wear a piece of
No.
clothing that represents your favourite show.
So we've got ball caps, wear a piece of clothing that represents your favorite show, movie. Well, that's the only two. That's the only 2 ones we've got. 2 we've got.
Cosplay.
Yeah. Otherwise, you can let us know on Discord, guys. So we don't really promote the Discord much, but we'll try and share a link in the comments after the stream, guys. But yeah, Aura's thing was the pop that in the Smuggler's Bounty. Still needs to unbox that on my channel. But we've almost timed this live stream perfectly. Jack says prop. Any props? Can we hold a prop? Cosplay is your favorite Smurf.
I could do that.
So, yeah, you could do that.
Thrawn's a
And then
Smurf.
before we go, then guys, what is coming up on your channel? So quite a bit of a new feature. Joe, we'll start with you then. What's coming up on your channel? What we got coming up?
Loads of prepping for Comic-Con Scotland. So I'll have a video next week with the bits that I'm going to get signed. A little tutorial of how to fold the pops because I'll be doing it for myself anyway. Put them in the top loaders, getting ready to take with me for the flight, so I don't damage anything. Shout out to Coombsy for showing us how to fold those pops up because I wouldn't have had a Scooby if he'd not shown us originally. So yeah, big props. And then obviously next weekend, a Saturday and Sunday vlog with a bit of the travel on the Friday as well. And yeah, some challenges I've got for all of us on both the Saturday and Sunday during the vlog. So yeah, should be fun. Cannot wait for next weekend. It's going to be mental, and it's going to go by far too quickly, I'd have thought.
It actually is. It's going to go too. It feels like it's over already. It does. Milky, what's coming up on your channel, mate?
I don't know. I hate this question because I can never be right with it. But when I don't know. I still need to do a bike video. It's there in my phone. I just have, guys. I have no interest in making content like that anymore. I don't know why. I just, you saw. I watched an episode.
Let's get him out. Let's get rid of him. He don't want to be here. He just said he don't want to be here.
I don't want to do anything.
I never said I don't want to be here. I said I don't want to make sporadic content on my channel that doesn't make any sense to where I'm going forward because they say you need to niche down and all that kind of stuff, I'm taking away the Game of Thrones shorts. There'll be an explanation to that coming soon.
I like that.
People will understand.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, but there's an explanation as to why. Milky Talks, I would like to do more live streams. I'm hosting the Horseman on Tuesday this week, which will be a fun one on my channel. But, as you all see, like I watched an episode of Ahsoka and I started scripting a video. and I personally think it's my most professional and my best video I've ever put on the channel, in the sense of how I worked it and the things that I said. So I'm just going to go with sporadic. If I want to make a video, I'll make it, but I will aim to get at least one video out every week, at least a video a week.
Yeah,
quality over quantity, isn't it?
And then as for Scotland, Milky, you
oh yeah, so much. I've got 7 cameras and all sorts of stuff. You know what I'm like, dude. I'll do a travel video there. I'll do probably something on the Friday night. We'll do Saturday and Sunday vlogs. Travel home. Yeah, all sorts of good fun.
Photo booth at the con.
What's that?
Yeah.
You know what you should do? You should go to one of the props and hold your camera and just say, it's £1. I'll take your photo. £1. You know, go on then. A quid.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's easy.
I've also got Pokemon cards that I'm going to start. I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but I was talking to the horseman the other day, and apparently one of them was worth like £15 for one Charizard card that I've got. And I was like, I don't collect Pokemon. I'm just going to sell them. So I need to find a way to... No, it's not the new one, but I've got some good ones. You know, I've got the shiny Charizard GXs and things like this. So.
Sweet.
You know, there's a couple of them.
Wow, they've changed so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a couple of them, but I don't know. I'm probably going to do a video on that, on what Pokemon cards I've got, and I know people still want to see my setup, but I am terrible at DIY, and I haven't put shelves up yet.
Just before I forget, because I completely forgot, next week on Wednesday, we're doing a live on my channel, just breaking down Ahsoka episodes 1 through 8 after the finale on Wednesday. So it'll either be 9 or 10 UK time next Wednesday evening, where all 3 of us will be breaking down the Ahsoka show episode by episode and what we think of each episode and the finale as a whole, because there is quite a lot of talking points and a lot of controversy, and people's opinion on the series is pretty all over the place. So as we're not doing a live next Thursday and doing a little one in person on Friday, I thought it'd be nice to do a live on Wednesday with the 3 of us. Yeah, first live. So
awesome.
hopefully it goes all right.
For American viewers, that'll be about 3 or 4 o'clock afternoon Central Time.
Yeah. So it'd be nice to see as many of you in the chat over there as possible. But if not, you can watch it back. That'd be amazing. But yeah, that's it. Really.
I just realized, mate. That's Wednesday night, so the show releases on Wednesday. So yeah, you're striking while it's hot. So it could be a really good live stream. So yeah, hopefully.
What about you got coming up on your channel?
Well, for you guys who are in the Discord, you would have seen my post earlier. So I will be doing a little review on my channel at some point. I'll make myself full screen of the what was it, the pop album cover that I picked up today in Tesco. So absolutely delighted with that. I thought I missed the drop on it. I think it was like 30 quid on EMP, and then it was like £26 on Funko Europe. So £22 in Tesco, and I was really chuffed with that. So I will do a little review on that. Not much you can review on it, to be fair. But yeah, really chuffed with that. And then we will, of course, have loads of Comic-Con Scotland content. So can't wait for it as well. I tried to get Saturday's vlog out for Sunday. I know I'll get Sunday's vlog out on the Tuesday. But this one, it should be a mega vlog. I want to do a bit of the Friday night footage. So when we're out socializing in Edinburgh. So should be a really good one. And yeah, I'm excited for Joe to meet Milky and vice versa. So it'd be good to see us as free. And we've got Lyra Screwballs, we've got Jason, Not Suitable for Mum. Loads of YouTubers going. So yeah, should be really great fun. Corey says you'll definitely try and get to the stream on Wednesday. Might not though, got college early. But thanks to everyone that does check out Joe and Milky as well. I do appreciate you guys heading over to their channels, and they do have really good content as well. So yeah, I'm not just sending you guys over to check them out for the sake of it. We'll go till for 5 more minutes then, guys. The stream's open to you guys if you want to ask anything, and then we will wrap up. It's been the stream's gone so quick because we've spoken about so much and done Ahsoka, Sex Ed, Comic-Con Scotland. Anything from you guys? Anything you want to add? We've squeezed in fun and games as well, just about.
No, how are you finding them? Because you've been hosting these lives now for a long time, and you today you seem to be cruising along and loving it. So something's clicking for you. So how are you finding the live streams personally? And you having fun with them?
I'm loving it. It's nice to it's almost like a release, isn't it? Just to talk about stuff that obviously we can all send each other as many Comic-Con or any messages we want on our Comic-Con group, but nothing beats actually saying it in person, and then on a live we give our opinions and then we hear the chat's thoughts. So yeah, it's great fun. I was going to announce that I'm still planning to do this for 30 episodes and then have a break. So the plan is 30 episodes of the talk show. I think the last live stream will be the week after London Film Comic Con. We'll do a Christmas special and then we'll have a little break till February or something. So just to keep it fresh, I'll come back with new ideas and stuff. But and it also gives you guys a chance if you want to stream on your channels instead. Like that's perfectly fine. But for me, I just want to have a little break. I don't want to come on and do the live streams at Christmas when I'm too tired from work. I want to have proper good live streams. So, and I think it's definitely worked. Switching to an hour and a half. I feel like when it hasn't got an end limit, viewers are going to just drop out because they feel like they don't know when it's going to end. So I do really enjoy doing that, a 90-minute stream as well. Mm-hmm. What about you guys? Are you enjoying coming to chat with me every Thursday?
Yeah, I do a lot of live streams, as you know. I'm around YouTube a lot, but this is my only UK friendly time that I get to do anything. Everything else is 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and it messes my. I've got to train this week to sleep well, otherwise I'm going to sleep all of Comic-Con because that's my time I sleep.
I can see that.
Yeah, exactly. So I love these live streams. I love that I get to do stuff with the UK guy because I kind of turned my back on everybody in the UK audience and went and did American stuff, didn't I? Because of my sleep pattern. So it's just nice to be involved again in the UK scene because we don't have that much. It's crazy. We don't have loads of live streams from loads of UK collectors and nerds like us.
Yeah, the only live streams I know is more like football related stuff. So
yeah,
I don't actually know any UK live streams regarding like Funko Pops, film or TV, Comic Cons. No, I don't know any more Comic Con channels really in the UK.
No. Exactly.
No, not live, especially live. Do you see the odd person that goes to cons and does content on the days, but not really any build up to it, or as you say, especially live streams. And it's great to catch up with you boys and interact with everybody in the chat. Really appreciate everybody dropping in every week, especially there's a lot of familiar faces that are here every week now. So really appreciate it.
Yeah, no, exactly. Let's just go through the comments then. Last time for tonight. Headler says, he's coming. I met Matthew Lewis last weekend at a con. Oh yeah, Matthew. That's Neville Longbottom, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Such a nice guy. He's British, isn't he? Pretty British. Ozzy loves
everyone in Harry Potter was British.
Yeah. Ozzy loves the Millport stuff. Yeah, we can't wait to see part 2. We'll wait for part 2 still. This is a great suggestion. Ryan Milky beta cosplay. That would be quality, mate. That you actually got the beard, so it could actually work. Corey says he's done his Coach Scott cosplay from Yellow Jackets for the HorrorCon in November. Just finishing up the crutches now. Crutches would look sick. They're definitely something you need to like personally do yourself. They will be really cool. And Jack says, smart. Don't burn yourself out like I did. That's the plan, mate. But hopefully I'll get as many subs as you one day. That's the dream. But thank you to everyone that has joined in tonight's streaming, guys. So we've gone 10 minutes over. But so our next live stream will be on Joe's channel. But regarding the Tel Talks Talk Show, our next live stream will be in person. So probably with a beer in our hand, maybe in a pub or maybe in the hotel. So we'll see how that one goes. But thank you to everyone for tuning in, and we will see you next week. See you later, guys.
See you
next week, all.
Baby,